Hello everyone. Before we get started, make sure to like and subscribe, and leave a comment saying where you're from and when you watched. That way, YouTube will continue to show you stories like this. Now, let's get started. The full moon. That night was so bright that the whole village seemed to be bathed in cold silver. From afar, the villagers saw the ghostly wedding procession appear once again, but it was different from the previous times. This time, beside Anna, there was really a man walking, wearing an ancient wedding dress. His face was blurry and unclear. The drums beat rapidly, the trumpets blared, mixed with the creepy laughter of the faceless guests. The chilling scares made all the villagers hide in their houses. No one dared to open their eyes. The procession went through the village, straight into the ancient communal house. From inside came the sound of a wedding announcement, sounding like the voice of an old master of ceremonies. Immediately after, the whole village was shaken by the unanimous shouts of blessing. But the sound did not sound like a human voice, but like hundreds of dry bones colliding with each other. Some bold people pressed their ears to the ground and affirmed that they heard the sound of the banquet table underground, the clattering of dishes, and the endless ghostly whispers. Horror stories about that moment spread to remote areas, turning the village into an abandoned place. The next day, when a group of villagers ventured in, they found the main hall filled with wilted flowers and half-burned candles. In the middle of the altar, 2 wedding chairs were placed side by side, but empty. On the floor, an ancient red string was torn and scattered everywhere, covered in mud and blood. The shadow of the groom was never clear, but his presence was everywhere, like an indispensable part of the ill-fated banquet. Some people believed that it was the wanderer who had been swallowed, while others affirmed that it was the spirit of the groom from 100 years ago who had just returned. But no one dared to go deeper to verify. The haunted stories could only confirm one thing: the ghost wedding had found the groom, and it would not stop. In the following months, the village gradually sank into absolute silence. Each family quietly left, leaving behind their homes and haunting memories. The survivors were emaciated, living in fear. At night, they still heard the wedding music echoing from the ancient temple. But this time, the sound was clearer, more urgent, as if the wedding was really taking place. Some people said they saw the ghostly silhouettes of a couple walking along the stone path, hand in hand, eyes staring straight ahead without blinking. The chilling scares made the haunting no longer a legend, but a reality that appeared every day. A child in the village recounted that he once saw Anna standing by the window of his house, her wedding dress fluttering in the wind, and beside her was a strange groom. The man looked at him, his eyes pitch black and bottomless, then whispered, "Never leave the wedding unfinished." When the child screamed, both disappeared, leaving behind dried flower petals covering the windowsill. The horror stories from the child's mouth spread the fear even more. A scholar from far away came, carrying the belief that he could solve this mystery. He believed that the groom was the spirit whose name had been erased from the wedding book, and that his appearance signaled that the wedding was complete. But when he was about to enter the communal house to verify, the wooden door slammed shut, and all night long, the villagers only heard terrible screams. The next morning, in front of the communal house door, there was only broken glass and a few half-burned pages. Ghost stories like that only confirmed that no one could approach the truth, because the truth belonged to another world. In the end, the village was abandoned, leaving only the ancient communal house in the middle of the dense forest. But people said that every time the moon was full, if you passed by, you could still hear the echoing wedding music and see the ghostly wedding procession passing through the moss-covered stone path. The bride Anna was still there, no longer alone, but walking alongside the ghostly groom. They walked forever into the mist, leaving behind laughter, tears, and unfulfilled vows. Those chilling scares turn the legend into a warning. There are weddings that are never allowed to end, and abandoned souls will forever seek justice in the darkness. And tonight, when the moon hangs full in the sky again, who will be brave enough to step through the ancient temple gates, facing the ghost couple and hundreds of faceless guests? Or will this curse continue, spreading to other lands? That is still left open in the following stories.